Pipe Network presents.
My name is Joe Alarcon, founder and director of the Here We Go project.
Hello, my name is Antonio Tibles, Assistant Director.
My name is Notch, the Communication Manager.
I'm May Palanzuela, Assistant Head sa Communications Committee ng Here We Go project.
In Here We Go, they call me Lala, admin in the Comms Committee.
I'm Jamal Villanueva, Head of Social Media and Creatives Committee.
My name is Angeline, Marketing Associate.
Hi, I'm Lorraine. I am currently the head of the Volunteer and Service Committee.
Hi everybody, I am Miguel, Volunteer and Service.
I'm Kath, the Finance and Sponsorship Head of the Here We Go Collective.
When did you start volunteering for Here We Go?
Joe and I, when we started getting to know each other, is through spoken word poetry. So both of us are singers, and we do create songs. And then after that, he reached out to me. I don't know if you remember, pero nagkaroon ng bagyo dati, like a storm. I don't remember the name of the storm anymore, pero they were the one who helped us with replenishing or with the goods. We did do some funds to help people who were affected by the flood. Mostly because I live in Marikina, so I am one of the beneficiaries there. But most of the people, we took some pictures, and then we shared all the donations and the goods, and monetarily we also bought other stuff. But mostly the first collaboration we had really, or the first time I joined it, is through the flood, where we had this this project. We helped like 2 barangays here, Tumana, and then he reached out with other organizations to help people rebuilding their houses. So that's when I started joining the Here We Go project.
For the Here We Go, syempre nag-start kami noong 2020. Pero before that, nung bata pa ako, nagvo-volunteer na ako through church sa Gawad Kalinga, building houses. So doon siya talaga nag-start. Then, fast forward ngayon sa Here We Go, ayan, ginawa na namin to nila Joe. Nagvo-volunteer work kami.
Ever since I was young, I was always introduced to volunteer work. When you think about it technically, medyo hindi siya volunteer kasi requirement siya sa school. But now growing up and in hindsight, I've always been introduced to volunteer work ever since I was a kid, basically. Volunteering in ways of donations in kind and volunteer work in schools that we will actually visit schools, cook for them, and to actually see the kids. And yeah, basically, ever since I was young, I was introduced to volunteering. And last year, when I launched my podcast, it was invited by the Here We Go project to one of their student portal programs. And I started volunteering as a host for one of their episodes. And then right after the show, right after the whole program itself, they invited me to join the collective. So before coming to Here We Go project, I was a volunteer first before becoming a collective.
I started volunteering with Here We Go Collective last year. I was invited by Lorraine, one of the original collective, to be part of the, let's say, mga speakers for the student portal project nila that year. That's why I joined. And then after the project, Joe invited me to be part of the collective itself, to manage the marketing and the sponsorship side of the project.
I started volunteering back in 2020 of November. I'm actually the one who created the Here We Go project, and that was during the Typhoon Ulysses. Doon nag-start yung Here We Go project, and it was all myself back then. I didn't have people backing me up during the first project, but people then started to recognize what I was doing, and they wanted to join as well. So I started the group which then grew as a community, and that's the time na nabuo yung Here We Go project.
I would say I started volunteering like at a pretty young age. I usually joined a lot of church groups and even things for school, and pretty much carried it on throughout college. In regards to Here We Go, I started last year because I got pretty interested with the project that they were doing at the time with Young Focus, and because of my background in education, as I am a teacher, I was very interested in being able to support their initiative. So I haven't stopped working with them since.
I remember when Joe asked me to help him about his project, which is the student portal that time. And then yun, hindi naman ako nag-hesitate na mag-say ng yes. After 3 days, or wala pa yatang 3 days nun, he asked me to be a part of the collective. Which ayun, hanggang ngayon, part pa rin ako ng collective.
So, nag-start ako mag-volunteer sa HWG siguro bago pa siya magsimula. Actually, kasi nag-start siya sa 4 na tao, magkakaibigan, magkakaklase ng college. Ako, si Jo, si Lorraine, and si Jumuel. We are social workers. And nag-start lang siya sa idea ni Jo na ano kaya, tulong tayo sa mga nasalanta kasi masyadong malaki yung naging pinsala. So kahit maliit lang na money, mag-ano tayo, magbigay tayo, mag-reach out tayo. Sabi namin, sure, why not? And that time, sakto, may isa kaming kakilala na taga Marikina, which is naapektuhan din nung bagyo. And Marikina is one of the cities din na nagbabad ako to work as my, kumbaga area ko sa field work. So sabi ko, sige, sure, why not? Doon na siya nag-start hanggang sa yung mga ibang plano, nagtuloy-tuloy na hanggang sa mas naging systematic na siya. Kasi before, ang nasa isip lang namin is mag-donate ng money to give doon sa mga nasalanta. Pero syempre, yung tulong is magiging dole out siya kung hindi siya systematic and hindi siya pinag-isipan. So, in general, dun siya nagsimula. Pero nung bata ako, hindi talaga ako ganun ka-interesado sa pagbo-volunteer. Nagkataon lang na napunta ako sa social work na course, and then naging scholar ako, and sa pagiging scholar ko, merong foundation na finance sa akin, and one of the ways na makapag-give kami sa kanila is mag-volunteer kami sa mga ginagawa nila, like nag-assist ako sa mga dentist kapag may mga dental mission, and nagbibigay kami ng assistance sa place para sa mga nakatatanda na naabandona. So, tumutulong kami doon.
I started with Here We Go just this year, early this year, mga around March of 2020. Although Joe has been inviting me to his cause, but then parang since medyo busy pa nga and all that, medyo nagpo-push, nagko-contribute lang ako sa mga causes niya in the past. Pero back then, kahit I was younger, medyo involved na rin naman ako sa mga volunteer work, especially when part ako nung sa isang church program wherein we help out whenever we can. So, in a way, it's already been part of me. Yun nga lang, for this time, it's more of being actually involved and be part of the actual backbone of the committee or of the collective.
I started during yung first project ng Here We Go noong 2020, yung disaster relief drive. Nung bata ko, I don't recall anything na volunteer work ako, like in a proper way. Like yung may host na organization or may institution. I guess yung first volunteer work ko yung during college na, yung social work. Social work introduced me to different kinds of volunteer work. And at that time, I feel that I want to do this more often as possible. Because it feels good to help and to do something for our society.